Hello to all you beautiful beings tuning into this message. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. And what I have for you is your daily guidance messages. So what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on for our day and the best guidance for us moving through our day. Now, there's some things that I want to talk about a little bit already. So the music you'll notice today, we're not listening to drums. We have that nature vibe going on. So if you can hear it, that nice gentle stream and those nature sounds, we can hear the birds and things if you are picking up on it. And once again, I just every day as I get set up for a reading, I just kind of go with the flow, you guys. I pick whatever music I'm feeling guided to that day. Sometimes I'm just drawn by the images, the thumbnail, so it's like YouTube music that I listen to. So sometimes I'm just drawn to the thumbnail. So today I was drawn to the thumbnail. It was very green, very vibrant, okay? And I saw the water streams. So I was feeling really drawn to the vibrancy of the green today. So, green, you might be feeling connected to nature, thinking about green, or you might be thinking about the heart chakra, okay? The other thing that I wanted to mention, as I was shuffling the tarot deck, twice I had cards fall out. So the first card that came through was the Chariot in reverse, and I was really feeling a sense of lack of direction with that, feeling a disconnection from our spirituality. There's been a lot of that going on. The second card that fell out was the High Priestess. So again, making me think about feeling this disconnection from our sacred knowledge, our intuition, our spiritual path, okay? Because we're all spiritual beings having human experiences, okay? Whether or not that resonates for you, that's what we talk about here on this channel, okay? So with that said, let's find out what exactly is going on here, because I am feeling, some of us are feeling disconnected, and I am feeling... it's just not a great vibe, honestly, to be feeling. And based on what I saw coming through as I was shuffling the cards, because I shuffle the cards as I'm setting up. So based on what I saw today, I was really feeling guided to go with my hope sign. I have the hope stone on the tarot deck today. So feeling a lot of, some of you are really needing a sense of hope, inspiration, feeling, that thinking about that green color, the heart chakra is what I was feeling from that. Some of you are maybe feeling like you need a little love, a little support. So I have this hope here for you. And then the other thing, something a little different with my setup, I do have in between the cards today, my Lemurian Starseed quartz. Okay, so this is a very powerful stone. We also have a lot going on in the stars, so I have had my stones also charging under the night sky, okay? So also we'll be charging my stones with the new moon, or is it a full moon coming up? That the strawberry moon, right? And yeah, so some things that were just a little different with my setup today based on the energy that I was feeling when I saw that Chariot and that High Priestess card come through, okay? The Chariot, I believe, oh gosh, what number is the Chariot in the tarot deck? But the High Priestess, I believe, is number... Oh gosh, guys, I don't even know why I went down that route. I feel like maybe for some of you, you needed to know the numbers. I don't know the numbers of those cards off the top of my head, but I was feeling guided to talk about them even though I don't know the answers, just off my own knowledge. Okay, so look into that. You might notice some messages there for you based on the numbers of the cards, some numerology, some synchronicities, okay? So let's get started, you guys. Let's find out what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on for today. And as I've already mentioned, we have the brown jasper hope stone today, okay? So you can look into brown jasper and find out what that says for you, okay? So I already have cards turning over here, you guys. It didn't take long. And like I said, I already did a really good shuffle. That's why we have so much coming through already, okay? So let's see here. So this, King of Swords in reverse is talking about quiet power, inner truth, misuse of power, and manipulation. So with that Chariot coming through, there's a lack of direction. The High Priestess, feeling disconnected from her intuition and our sacred journey, okay? Our sacred knowledge. Excuse me. It's like I almost choked there for a second just trying to breathe. Okay, so some throat chakra activation. So I feel like, sometimes when, and I was feeling a bit of a heavier vibe from the cards. So it's like this lack of connection, feeling this disconnected from our intuition, from our sacred journey, our spiritual path, it's like going through the motions, and there is a sense of manipulation, trying to manipulate situations to go, you know, in the best path for us, to have the greatest outcome for us. But I think with the greatest advice in this time, which has been coming through so clearly in my readings, is really taking time for ourselves, taking time to rest, retreat, renew, recoup, right? Recharge our own energy. Some of us are strong empaths, so, you know, really needing to spend some time on our own to familiarize ourselves with our own frequency, and to neutralize that, and to also, you know, protect our energy as well, okay? Just recharging. And that's also going to help you, you know, taking that time for yourself is also going to help you to get back into alignment, spending some time with nature, okay? Really feeling guided for that music today. And that's just been coming through so strongly in my readings a lot lately too. Connect with water, with nature, okay? Get into the forest, get out by the ocean or the river. Yes, and so I'm really feeling that right now. Just a really strong message about needing to spend some time to reconnect with yourself, okay? Let's see. I want to see what else we're going to have coming through. I feel like there's just so much more to be said. So let's see, there we are, what else we need to be aware of and focusing on today. Yes, so the Five of Swords is here, talking about conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs. Gosh, next to the Death card in reverse, you guys. So resistance to change, personal transformation, and inner purging, okay? So, like I said, you're feeling disconnected. There's a sense of manipulation here because you're not in a bad way. It's just that you're disconnected, okay? And so you're trying to go about situations in life, but it's a sense of manipulation, a vibe of manipulation, because you're just not tapped into your intuition. You're not listening to yourself and to your guides, and so you're just kind of manipulating. It's like I'm hearing what is meant to be. Okay, so it's kind of like you're trying to take too much control over the situation, and it's like you're kind of steering it away from the way that universe is actually trying to align you. So once again, taking time for yourself, rest, retreat, renew, meditate, realign, and let universe bring you back on that path you're supposed to be. We saw yesterday, and I believe yesterday's message about, you know, a forewarning that you're straying from your path, okay? So really strong message here. The sense of disconnection is really creating some inner conflict for you, okay? So just, you know, let that go. Let go of that sense. You know, you are feeling defeated in this energy, because you it's like you have a lack of direction. You don't know which way to go right now because you feel so disconnected, and you're so in your mind. I'm feeling as well with this King of Swords, this manipulation. You're trying so hard to guide. You're just so disconnected, okay? It's like you're not following your heart anymore. Your mind is leading the way. And, you know, I love Tony Robbins. You know, he says so many great things. When you're in your head, you're dead, right? Okay, so get out of your mind. Take time for yourself, okay? Get away from this sense of inner conflict. Okay, and then the Death card here as well, talking about, you know, all of this is happening to help you to go through a transformation, okay? So any sense of conflict or disagreements, any negative energy that's coming up for you right now in relation to this, you know, let it go. Now is the time to just purge it, okay? Let it come up naturally, right? Let universe guide you. You know, don't try to control the situation so much. Let what universe is bringing in your path come up. Don't steer away from it, okay? So that you can go through this transformation, do this purging. You know, don't be so resistant to the change, okay? We'll see what comes through with the angel number guidance, but resistance to change, I'm feeling for something. And I just realized I wasn't even breathing, you guys, okay? So just remember to breathe, okay? I'm feeling that. Yes, this resistance to change, and it was like I was not breathing, tension. I released myself and realized my back was really sore in that moment. So, it's like some of you are still being a bit resistant to your spiritual journey, you know. I said right in the beginning, like, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience, whether or not that resonates for you. So it's like, for some of you, that doesn't resonate for you, but it's like my readings resonate for you. The information I deliver resonates for you. So, you know, I can't tell you what to do, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it's almost like you are resisting this fact that you are a spiritual being. And it's almost like some of you know that you are this spiritual being having this human experience, but it's almost like the spiritual realm is overwhelming for you. It's conflicting for you. And going back to this King of Swords, this inner truth, right? You know this is your inner truth, but you resist it because there's fear for you. It's like you fear it in a sense. And oh yeah. I mean, you know this is your truth, and some of you are even misusing your power. It's like it's like you're resistant to it only when it benefits you, kind of thing. So there is a sense of manipulation with that as well, right? So it's like you only take the tools that seem to benefit you, but you leave the rest. But you know that as these spiritual beings having this human experience, we are all connected, right? And so, you know, it's a great responsibility, I know, and maybe a bit of a trigger warning for some, but the actions that we take, the decisions that we make, and the thoughts and the feelings that we embody, we carry with us, other people pick up on that, the people around us, and in the collective, what we talk about, okay, empaths and all of those who are tapped into, that connectedness, that sense of oneness. So, just know that, by only digging in for the tools that seem to benefit you and not doing the rest of the work, I really do feel the resistance to change is a resistance to doing this inner healing. I know I'm there sometimes too. It's just like, how much healing can one person do? I don't want to go there today. I just don't want to deal with it. But we have to. It's why we're here having this experience as humans, having this life. And it really is it's for our highest good, so that we can open ourselves up to, once the healing always happens, but it gets to a point when, we stop focusing on the healing and we start focusing on the living, right? And it's like the healing becomes natural to us, a natural part of the journey, and the living is almost like it's unnatural to some of us, because we've just been life has been a difficult journey. But there is greatness to come, okay? That's why the Death card is here, to make you go through this transformation so that you can have all that you rightfully deserve in this lifetime. Okay, that was a very interesting message that came through. Very, very specific message. Okay, so let's get the angel number guidance and find out what the angels have to say and the guidance in getting through this energy that we're feeling today. And the stone that I have on this deck today for the angel numbers by myself is one of my amethyst stones. Okay, so this is one of my personal favorites, and as you can see, very, very shiny, very beautiful, a lot going on. Oftentimes when I look at this stone, I feel a sense of overcoming obstacles. There's a lot of things going on here, a lot of mountains to move, right? A lot of things to overcome. But with this stone today, I'm really feeling a sense of power, resilience, vibrancy. It's just a very sparkly stone. So I'm seeing like the star card, okay? Hope, faith, renewal. I love that. There's a lot of hope happening here right now. So let's find out what is the best guidance for those of us feeling this energy that is currently coming through. Gosh, that card was the one that I was trying to shove in. It didn't want to go in, so that has to be here. So let us find out, is there any other messages of guidance? I feel like we could use a little more from our spirits on this message here. So is there any other angel number guidance? There we are. Ooh, I like that one. So angel number 909 is the one that flipped over, okay? So this is talking about spiritual development. Literally everything I was just saying right now, okay? And your angels are sending you a blessing in disguise. So when this card comes up, when we hear about a blessing in disguise, you know, this death energy, this purging of all of anything that doesn't suit us, it's never fun, okay? And releasing the resistance to the change, releasing the barriers, and just, you know, getting into it is never a comfortable situation. It's just uncomfortable. It's unpleasant, okay? But your angels are letting you know that that is here for your highest good, okay? For your spiritual development. It is a blessing in disguise. Like I was saying, there's so much greatness on the other side of this deep inner healing. It comes to a state when we're no longer in a state of healing, but in a state of living, okay? The next angel number that we had coming through was angel number 2. So achievement, I love that. Talking about personal achievement, recognizing your achievements. That's been so much. I've been seeing so much of that online today, and so many other people I've been connecting with talking about recognizing themselves for their achievements. I'm about to do a Facebook merger. I have actually a number of Facebook profiles for many different things that I do, and I'll actually be merging a couple of them. And the reason I've made kind of like an announcement about that. Not on this platform, but on another platform. And I was talking about, you know, because I want to celebrate my achievements, my growth, everything that I've gone through. You know, merging these profiles together is a way of bringing my timelines together of the times when I wasn't who I am today, and, you know, versus who I am today, and how that all came to be, right? So recognizing yourself for your achievements, the growth that you've gone through, the spiritual path that you're on, all the spiritual development that you have achieved to this point, recognize yourself for that, right? And have courage, faith, and trust in your angels and the universal energy. So once again, just really trust this transition that you're going through. It's okay to step into it. It can be scary and it can be uncomfortable and unpleasant, but it is here. You know, it is a blessing in disguise, okay? And this is about a soul mission and divine life purpose, okay? And we did have that high priestess come through as I was shuffling, getting ready for this, just speaking about the divine feminine, okay? And as soon as I said the words divine feminine, I heard divine masculine as well, okay? So, you know, we all embody the masculine and the feminine energies, okay? So talking about the divine feminine card right now, the high priestess, not just talking about those who embody the divine feminine, but, you know, we all embody both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So today, that high priestess card isn't just talking about divine feminines, but all of us as divine spiritual beings, okay? Yes, so that we're talking today about our divine purpose, okay? And then lastly, angel number 688 is here, okay? So divine timing is at play to improve personal, family, and professional life. Okay, so once again, trusting in this transition that you're going through, stepping into it, embracing it, knowing that it is a blessing in disguise, that is for your highest good to help you with your spiritual development, okay? And there is, you know, a sense of needing to have some patience in the situation. I think we saw that in yesterday's message, having some patience, right? And the reason we need to have patience, taking some time for ourselves going through this transition, is because, you know, the divine is at work here. There are things going on behind the scenes that we cannot see. So once again, this message of just having courage, faith, and trust and hope. I said the word hope, and we have a lot of hope happening here. So once again, just have hope, take time for yourself, trust, and just embrace, step into this transition that you're going through at this time, okay? I hope that was helpful. I hope that this message found who that it was meant for. I was really feeling just a sense of compassion for this message today, and just a great sense of hope that I can deliver this message to who it's meant for, so that you can move through your day with your best foot forward, all right? This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. Be well, beautiful beings.